I think a lot of times on mission trips, not only are we encountering people one-on-one, but we also sometimes get a little window into their life, into their story. And we might be confronted with a lot of different injustices that we may or may not be familiar with. And so our church has a lot to say about a lot of moral issues and injustices that we might encounter, and really helps us to understand by our church's moral teaching and social teaching how we can really contribute to helping to walk with people through any sorts of struggles or injustices.
Yeah, I feel totally changed coming back to this school, because Cleveland, Ohio, it's a lot more different of a place than Camden, New Jersey, and so you see different levels of how people live. So when you come back to Cleveland, you see how lucky we are to have everything we have here.
It really shakes something in you. So when I came back, I missed it, you know? And so I became more deeply involved in my faith. I started going to church more often just because of it, because it makes me feel like I'm back in that, I guess.
Going to the Tanzania mission trip, it changed me to be able to, we were really opened to their culture and lifestyle down there. And it's a lot different than what we have in America. Just different pace, different settings, all of it.
I would say one word that would describe my mission trip would be refreshing, because just a week without phones, data, and just being outside all week, just felt very good to be disconnected, and it's definitely helped with stress and stuff. I felt very refreshed when I left.
I think presence. The presence of us being there and the presence of the Tanzanian students being in our lives, opening up their home to us. I think presence is the best word to use.
Yeah, I think the mission trip program is really powerful. I think there's a lot of opportunities to really grow in kind of learning a new community, learning a new culture. I really see the mission trips as focused on learning and listening and encountering people, and kind of in a sense of humility, going into a community that we might not have been to yet, and be there as a guest, but really have the privilege of hearing someone's life story, and to allow that to change us, allow that to sink in, and help us to see how people may live in many different ways than we live each day.
They say seeing the face of Jesus. You saw that in every single person.
The most impactful experience was probably just getting to know the people that we were working for, because I really felt like we were helping them a lot and with their everyday lives, because I was building a ramp and this guy couldn't go anywhere because he couldn't get out of the house without having people carrying him around. So I really felt like we were helping his life out a lot.
Most fun I had was probably climbing the mountains to visit people in their homes. Though climbing the volcanoes and riding the back of the pickup trucks were also fun, I don't think there was a certain part of the trip that I didn't thoroughly enjoy.
The most fun part of the mission trip actually came during the retreat, our joint retreat with the Jesuit students over there in Tanzania. And one of the nights while we were participating in the retreat, all of us were gathered around this one section and we were jamming the music, and for about 45 minutes it was 30 Tanzanian students and 6 Ignatian students just hanging around late at night at the Jesuit Retreat Center.
If I could tell one thing to these kids, to these men going, is that go with an open mind. Don't go for the college application. Don't go for any artificial reason like that. I'd say go down because you have a willingness to serve. Go down because you want to be changed. Go down because you want to meet beautiful people.
I would say keep an open mind. Really, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So just going with everything you want to get out of it.
Yeah, I think mission trips are really could be really powerful and important in someone's faith life and development. For me, I think in growing up here in Cleveland, and in the communities that I've been in, I've come to understand God through the people that I've known. But to travel either to different parts of the country here in the United States or internationally, I've got to see what church looks like in different parts of the world. And that I think has been a really powerful experience of seeing the diversity of the church, and to really see that there are many ways to connect with God, many ways to pray, and many ways to respond to God's generosity, to be able to give our gifts for the good of the church and the world.